Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Today we're talking prospects. Got some prospects that you need to know about, guys that could be future stars for the Dodgers. Got some big risers down the minor league level. We're going to dive into that in just a second, but quick reminder, for all the latest Dodgers news, rumors, high videos, breakdowns, interviews, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. And as always, on with your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. 1, do you think that Michael Busch is going to be a future star for the Dodgers? How many All-Star games will he make? Is he going to be that guy at the big league level? And also, do you think that Jacob Amaya could be the long-term solution at shortstop for LA? Do you think he has what it takes? Let me know down below. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So like I always say, the D in Dodgers stands for development. Yes, the Dodgers, they have deep pockets. Yes, they have the resources and the financial muscle to sign big-name free agents, but the reason why the Dodgers have had sustained success is their work down on the farm. For every Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Trey Turner, you have a Walker Buehler, Julio Urias, Cody Bellinger, and Will Smith. The list goes on and on and on. We saw what Corey Seager was able to do for this franchise. So the Dodgers have to continue to develop down in the minor league level, and there's so many names to be excited about. Yes, you have the Diego Cartayas, the Bobby Millers, the Ryan Pepios, but today we're going to focus on 3 position players that you need to know, that you should be excited about, that are continuing to ascend down at the minor league level. And today I'm joined by the Dodgers Nation prospect guru, Mr. Tim Rogers. You know him, you love him. What up, Tim? How's it going, my man?
I'm good. How you doing, Doug?
Hey, you know, I'm just out here living the dream, Tim. You got the Dodgers. They're starting to go on a roll again. You got the prospects down at the minor league level continuing to emerge, and I can't wait to dive into it. And the first prospect we're going to get into today is Michael Busch. So Michael Busch, he continues to tear the cover off the baseball. He continues to impress. He just got promoted to AAA, and he's 24 years old, 6'1", 205 pounds, the 31st overall pick by the Dodgers in the 2019 draft. He's currently Major League Baseball's number 64 overall prospect, the Dodgers' number 3 prospect. He homered in his final game for AA Tulsa, and then he homered in his second at-bat after getting promoted to AAA. He's smoking baseballs. In April, he hit 8 home runs, had 19 RBIs. If you look at his numbers so far this season, down in AA, in 31 games, he slashed .306, .445, .667, had an 11-12 OPS. In 2 games in AAA, has an 11-11 OPS with 2 home runs. Tim, talk to me about one of the Dodgers' hottest prospects, Michael Busch.
Yeah, that guy's super impressive. I mean, I watched him in spring training up close, and he has it. You know, it's the it. You know, that you see that hit tool up there. Him and Vargas, Miguel Vargas, both have the amazing hit tool. Those guys are going to be getting a lot of playing time coming up. And I'm not going to be surprised if either one of them is promoted this year. You can see, you know, sometimes a little influx of youth to spur the other guys on might help the team a little bit. You know, but Busch, gosh, man, he's just fun to watch hit. The question is, where are they going to play him on defense? I mean, before we went live here, we were talking about the defense a bit and how kind of, you know, it's not the prettiest thing to watch. They say the overall defense, they're number 1 in overall defensive efficiency, and sometimes you just wonder about some of those magic subjective numbers, you know.
I mean, we know how gifted he is as a hitter. We see the talent at the plate. I mean, he just hits the ball hard. He hits rocket shot after rocket shot. He's just been smoking baseballs all season long. But the big question is, where does he fit in defensively? We've talked about him as a future second baseman. We've seen him in left field. He's played some first base. Where do you see his future defensively?
You know, it's one of those tough ones, right? They are starting to play him in left field. I think what we don't know is what type of person is he. Can he handle shuffling from back and forth? Like I think Max Muncy is heavily damaged by playing third base, a position he doesn't like. I don't think he cares if he's playing second base or first base, but having him at third base when you're already struggling, and so I don't know how he handles it. I don't know how Gavin Lux handles it. We do know that Chris Taylor, it doesn't matter. We know with Kike Hernandez, it didn't matter. Put those guys in the lineup, they're good. But some guys, it does matter what position they're playing, their comfort level, because some of them do bring it to the plate. And they're all around games. And some guys can just go, well, I didn't have a good play defensively, so I can cut it off versus the other types of things. So, we'll I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Busch. I'm going to start watching more about where they play him, because I do want to see. I hope we can play both.
Yeah, if you know this Dodgers organization, they covet positional versatility. And if you can bring that to an extent, even if it's just left field and second base, I think that's going to bode well for his future. But really, it's all about what he can do at the plate. But the next guy I want to talk about is Miguel Vargas. I mean, we hung out at spring training. We were at that game where Miguel Vargas, he hit one out of the stadium. This guy has prodigious power. He has those bat-to-ball skills. His hit tool is very impressive. If you look at him so far this season in 37 games in AAA, a 308 batting average, a 408 slug, a 500 slugging percentage, a 908 OPS. He's hit 5 home runs, 7 doubles, 3 triples. He's another guy whose talent in the batter's box is undeniable, but where do you put him defensively? Talk to me about Miguel Vargas and where you see him fitting in on the defensive side.
Yeah, I think that will be the big question. I think he has the talent to play third. It's just a matter of just continuing to work. I know that for him, hitting comes relatively easy. And that's very relative. I mean, hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things to do. Miguel Vargas was born to do it. So hitting for him is easier, and defense is a tougher part. But man, if he could play third base, that changes the game. I mean, where you can go, in the next couple years, let's say you have Vargas at third, you have Busch at second or in left field.
You got a new young core there, man.
I know. Yeah, and it's blending in with the guys like Freeman and Betts and who knows who else.
Yeah.
And so best case or worst case, it keeps pushing people. Vargas is at AAA and he's getting hotter. Keeps getting the batting average and the numbers overall keep getting better and better. And pretty soon he's going to be probably leading that league in hitting. And it's going to be a matter of time with him. Yeah,
I love me some Miguel Vargas. And I talked to him down at spring training, and he told me firsthand what's his favorite position. It's the batter's box. The guy likes to hit. But we also saw what happened with Matt Beatty. He was the same way. He said, hey, I just want to hit and this and that. And he was shipped out. So, he has to embrace the defensive side to an extent. He has more talent than that. So, I definitely have a lot of high hopes for Miguel Vargas. I'm very high on him, and I really think that he can really help this team out one day. But Tim, every time we do one of these videos, I always have to ask you, what is your hottest Dodgers prospect take right now?
A guy who has been known to be an amazing fielder, probably the best fielder in the organization, has also all of a sudden really started to hit again, and that's Jacob Amaya, local boy who is just crushing the ball at Tulsa. He should be heading up to OKC sometime soon, once they decide which of their quad A guys they're going to keep or get rid of. There's no room up there yet, but that core that they have there, where you've got at Tulsa, where you got Busch and Amaya, and then you've got Paez. Jeez, man, that's just a fun team. And then Vargas still at AAA. Amaya has just been crushing the ball. And so it's really good to see. He spent all year last year redoing his swing, trying to get some more pop. And it's happening. He's putting it together. I guarantee I saw him, at Rancho. He was just for a few games in 2019. But when he came up after Jeter Downs got promoted, Amaya took over that team. He was the captain right away. At shortstop, he commanded that dugout, and You know, the defense is fantastic, and now to see the bat, he's that guy. He's that that player, like that, you know, the perfect baseball player type who does everything correct, has some charisma, is a leader, does all the fundamentals right. It's a guy that you really want those types of guys, and I think he might be one of the. I'm excited about him, you know, and if Trey Turner leaves, maybe it's not Gavin Lux at short, but maybe Jake Amaya.
So Jacob Amaya, that's a name that'll definitely get Dodgers fans excited because we love us some Jacob Amaya, right? He's a hometown kid. He went to South Hills High School in West Covina. He's the guy that we know what he's been able to do defensively. He's really nice with the glove. The big issue with him has been productivity at the plate. Can he hit for power? Can he be a guy that can hit at the big league level? And what Jacob Amaya has been able to do with the stick this season has really gotten people talking, because if you look at those power numbers, that is what's been most impressive. So far, in 104 at-bats this season, 8 home runs, 3 triples, 9 doubles. He's slashing 346, 440, 721 with an 1161 OPS down with Double-A Tulsa. Now, if you compare that to last season, he really had a down year. At a 645 OPS, he batches 216 and hit 8 home runs in 417 at-bats. So he's definitely made some adjustments mechanically. You're seeing him lift the ball more. He's not hitting it on the ground as much, and that's definitely a name to keep in the back of your minds when it comes to the shortstop of the future conversation for the Dodgers, because we know they have Trey Turner at the moment, but he is going to be a free agent after this season. Now, will they extend Trey Turner? Will they re-sign him? That's the big question. Will they look at other names, the Xander Bogaerts, the Carlos Correas, maybe even the Dansby Swansons? Do they look internally at a Gavin Lux potentially, or do they say, hey, maybe in a few years, Jacob Amaya could be that guy? So a very interesting, intriguing prospect. And thanks, as always, to my man, the prospect guru, Mr. Tim Rogers. You can follow him at SD Dodger. Check out his website, Dodgers 2080. You can also follow him on Instagram. He gets great shots of all these minor league players. I would definitely follow him for sure. And we're going to drop part 2 of this interview tomorrow, where we dive into some pitching prospects. We talk about Bobby Miller and Ryan Pepio and Michael Grove and some names that could help the Dodgers this year that you might not know about, so be on the lookout for that. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, breakdowns, interviews, and more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.